So here it is. After months of silence and sporadic bug fixes, Valve has finally given the players what they wanted. After a whole year of the community begging for things like a solution to the rampant cheating, for their favorite game modes to return, for new maps, for a new operation, Valve has delivered. Now, you can add a little thing that dangles from your gun and a whole bunch of skins. What is it that you said? You want to enjoy playing the game and you don't care about skins? Well,
That's rough, buddy.
you know how we used to get operations with fun little things to do with your friends and new maps and new game modes and little bits of co-op and all that fun stuff? Well, they decided the fun stuff wasn't making them money. Why not just streamline and really show us where the priorities are? Okay, so before I continue taking a giant dump all over this update, let me just say that it's not all a blatant festival of greed. If you want to skip the good stuff and go straight to the giant dump I'm gonna take, go to this timestamp because there are some good gameplay updates they've added. Okay, so this mess was fixed pretty quickly, so don't worry about it. There have been a few fixes to do with the player animations affecting the sway of the models and the animation of the legs and feet in a bunch of different character states, so they feel more consistent, solid and easier to deal with in game, which is a great thing. And initial reports from players are pretty positive in this aspect, so that's all well and good. Thank you, Mr. Valve. There's also a couple updates to the telemetry and the way packet misdelivery is measured and corrected, which should in theory improve the netcode, and the effect of this can only be properly measured over a longer period of time, because as of now people are having very contradictory experiences including high packet loss, and the only unanimous report is that the update has brought a fairly significant performance hit, with some people reporting major FPS loss up to 50%, with most people reporting a loss somewhere between 15 to 20%. They've also added Italy to competitive matchmaking. I don't know, I guess that's a W for Italy fans, so there's that. But the bulk of this update wasn't the aforementioned dangly things. A whole bunch of new skin and these passes you need to buy for $16 each. And you're allowed to buy 5 in parallel, because earning over $1 billion from this game is simply not enough for Valve. They need you to make them rich enough to afford interstellar space travel.
This feels a lot like hell.
Listen, do you remember when Cobblestone got that spooky Halloween update, where they changed it to nighttime and dead players could turn into ghosts and fly around, and you could hear the souls of the undead in your ears at T-spawn?
You're just standing here. I got you, man. Get dabbed on. Yay!
Or when, for Christmas, you could chuck snowballs at people and the chickens had sweaters and diffusing the C4 would make confetti pop out of it. None of that was making Valve money. There was no material value to those updates, but they were doing it simply because it was fun for the community. And you know what? That's what I liked about the team handling CS. Ever since I installed CS, I've bought every operation pass, because it wasn't just about the skins and the cases. Those felt like a bonus. But it was about doing all the silly stuff that you got to do in an operation, like entire servers and casual coming together to get each other's operation objectives completed. And if you didn't have the pass, you felt like you were missing out on the fun. And even if the objective was tedious and tough to get, it gave you and your friends an excuse to get in game together and participate in the silliness, and it was fine, because CS players all over the world were doing the same thing as you. It was about the community first. The money always felt like it came second. If you feel like I'm over-exaggerating or sensationalizing, feel free to say so in the comments. But with this update, I feel like it couldn't be clearer what comes first for Valve now. I could be completely wrong here, but I have a sneaking suspicion that even the dev team handling this doesn't actually want it. And they realize how much of a cash grab this update is, because these notes introducing charms read like a genuine parody.
Sure, you got stickers and name tags and hundreds of weapon finishes, but do you have something that dangles? You do now? I bet I can only put it in one place, you say. Well, you're dead wrong. You can put them anywhere you want, as long as where you want to put them is on your gun. Have you ever looked at your weapon and thought, this sure is deadly, but I wish it had a tiny sausage person hanging off it? Don't answer that. Just keep scrolling because as long as you dream about sausages, your dreams have come true. If teeny sausage men aren't your thing, can we interest you in 3% more on your go? Is the gun made of sausage, you ask? Technically, yes. Each small arm charm is made out of 100% recycled CS2 weapons. It's like a keepsake of Gun's past.
What the are they talking about? And don't even get me started on this, bro. I can feel my blood pressure spiking. I know you get 3 of these for free with every charm purchase, and yes, it allows you to detach charms from guns you buy on the market, but goddamn if this isn't Valve trying to squeeze every last cent of their player base. Holy shit. For months now, people have been claiming stuff like Valve's forgotten about this game and Valve doesn't care, and Deadlock is Valve's new favorite child, and I didn't complain. The game's 1-year anniversary came and went, and everyone expected an update, but we got nothing. I didn't complain. Counter-Strike's 25th anniversary came and went, and everyone expected an update, but we got nothing. I didn't complain much, because I honestly thought Valve was cooking something, and I was expecting a full-blown operation or a big update that may not have fixed all of the game's problems, but it would still give us stuff like new maps, a different active map pool, maybe a new game mode, something for the people who actually enjoy playing this game and who want an excuse to log back in. But this update has almost confirmed a fear that I've had since the early days of CS2, that the Counter-Strike community simply isn't a priority for Valve anymore. People having fun in their game isn't a priority anymore, and despite the game already making over $1 billion for them per year, the new priority seems to be money. Ubisoft at least has an excuse for the incessant greed. They're beholden to the shareholders, and they need to pump their numbers to keep them happy. Valve is a privately owned company with less than 1,000 employees, making billions and billions of dollars every year just off Steam and CS alone. But I guess the more you have, the more you want. If you like this update, I don't mind that. But as naive as it makes me feel saying this, I hope Valve doesn't follow this trend and reprioritizes the community once more. Thanks for watching.